Let's get real.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Real Talk with Menashe. I am your host, Menashe Chinyanganya. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. It's just one of those weeks where you're just kind of going through it. It's still January. Hopefully, we're still sticking to our resolutions. I know I've personally been sighing more than ever in my life. I hope you guys are doing the same. If you listen to episode 1, you know what that means. But yeah, that being said, it's, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's happened since we last talked? Everyone around me is sick. And I don't really know why, because typically everyone gets sick like towards the end of the year, but everyone, for whatever reason, is sick right now. And I just can't afford to get sick in this economy. Like, who can afford it? So I've told everyone to please, as much as I feel for you, peace and love, do not get me sick. And so far so good. Like, I can't complain. So yeah, just dodging sickness, podcasting, doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but everything is good. And I hope you guys are doing well also. I saw the other day, I just have to mention this because it was just insane. I forgot the name of the woman, but she was talking about some man and she called him, unfortunate looking. And I found that to be the most polite and disrespectful thing you could say to a person. Like, where do you go from there? Unfortunate looking? Like, I would have to really just contemplate my whole life. Like, there's not enough tears to cry when someone calls you unfortunate looking. When I heard her say that, I really had to I gasped. I was like, oh my God. Unfortunate looking, like, that's insane. That's insane. And I'm adding it to my little list of things to say about people. So yeah, I just thought that was really interesting and I found it really funny. So I have this coworker and she is a college girly. And so she was working on one of her assignments the other day and she asked me if I would help her. And as the good Samaritan I am, I was like, of course, like, what are you working on? And she was doing this discussion board. And pretty much the whole class had to put in this discussion board something that they believe should be illegal, and it could be anything they wanted, and then they had to back the reason of why they believed like this thing should be illegal. And a lot of people were putting all different types of answers. There was like no right answer, and it really got me thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, like, how fun. What things do I believe should be illegal? Turns out it wasn't hard for me to make a list. Like, there's quite a few things I believe should be illegal. And I thought in today's episode, I would just share those things because people are allowed to do way more things than they should be. And I believe that jail time should be served for some of these things. Starting off with number 1, this is very specific, but if you have experienced this, then you will completely understand what I'm saying. When men are shirtless and they do that little chest bounce thing, like when the nipple when they're going up and down, I don't know. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I feel like you do. Like, they're normally shirtless and they're just doing this weird thing with their chest and they think it's so cool. I don't know if they're flexing a muscle or like what they're doing, but it is the most violating thing to look at. And it's just something that's kind of like sprung on you and there's nothing you can do. And it's one of those things where it's like you want to look away, but like you can't. It's really weird. And then it's happened and now you're just meant to just have that experience for the rest of your life and you didn't even ask for it. You know what I mean? And it's this added layer of just oddness because the men that typically do this, whether they're at the beach or whatever they're doing, they think it's so funny and they're like giving this weird grin while they're doing it. And it's like, I don't know. It's just something that I feel like deserves 6 months in the clink. Like, go ahead and sit with your thoughts and think about why you thought that was a good idea to do, because nobody enjoyed it. I'm confused on why you did it. I always give a little like thing, because I always do. That's like my awkward like go-to when someone does something super uncomfortable that I'm just stuck dealing with. But I believe that should be illegal. Why are you doing that? Don't. Just don't. The next thing I think should be illegal are paper straws. And listen, if you're an environmentalist, I understand what the paper straws were made for, but I'm here to let you know that what you did was you created a solution, but then also in turn created another problem. I can't be buying a drink that costs $8 and I'm struggling to slurp it up because the straw is disintegrating in the cup as I'm drinking. Like, it's too much. And I understand that we're trying to save the environment, but I can't drink my drink. Give me the plastic straw. I'm sorry. Until we can come up with a better solution, the plastic straw is just going to have to do. I'm sorry. The straw is melting at the bottom and I'm not I'm not going to be fighting with my cup now. I'm not fighting with my straw. I'm not fighting with this drink. I paid too much for it. And I'm sorry. Until we can come up with a better solution, I'm going to have to use plastic. Until then, I just feel like it should be illegal. Just take it out. I don't even want it. I know what you were trying to do. I know you didn't want to hurt anybody. Just, I don't know, maybe probation until you figure out something better. I'm not doing it. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just, it can't be done. Like, it just can't be done. I just feel like it needs to be worked on a little bit. I know you mean well, but this ain't it. Not wearing deodorant deserves life in prison. Who do you think you are, going into society on a daily basis and choosing not to wear deodorant? Why on earth would you do that? You smell. There's no nice way for me to say that you smell. We all smell it. We're dying. And honestly, I think you're trying to commit murder. I think that's what it is. So life in prison for you, because if we're going to be gasping at the seams trying to live another day, you deserve to go to prison for life. Okay, there's absolutely no reason that you can't find a deodorant of your liking to put on a daily basis, and you are going into society with your musty, dusty, crusty self not wearing deodorant. Like, I'm so sorry. But I'm not. You deserve jail time. Go sit in there. Go kill all the inmates because we don't. I'm sorry. It's too much. You smell horrible. And why do we deserve to suffer? For what? There's so many options. Pick one. But smelling like BO on a day-to-day basis, why is that a choice that people are making? Jail time. Jail time. All of you, jail time. Now, this is another specific one, but it's an important one. This is more for the ladies than even the guys, but ladies, when you are dressed in a formal look, ditch the Apple Watch. Get rid of it. It should be illegal. Why? Because it's ruining your outfit. Now, as an Apple Watch wearer myself, who loves my Apple Watch, okay, I understand that you're going to a wedding and you're going to dance. You're going to shake your little tail feather. Okay, I get it. You want to know the steps. You want to know the calories. I understand the addiction and how fun it is to complete that ring. I'm telling you, you look insane. Okay, you look like a Spy Kid. I saw that somewhere once and I packed out laughing. You look like a Spy Kid. If you haven't seen the cover for the movie with Spy Kids, go Google that because you look like you're about to go on a mission. You look too beautiful to have this bulky watch on, all because you have the steps still count. The calories still count, even if your watch doesn't document it, okay? You're ruining a good outfit with this watch enough. The only reason I'm saying this more to the women than the men is because men wear suits or whatever, and they can get away with a watch with a band, and it looks good. Wear the beautiful, gorgeous dress. You've put effort into your hair, your makeup, your dress, your shoes, and you're wearing take the watch off, babe. Take the watch off. Take it off. You're ruining it. Oh my gosh, you're ruining it. You look gorgeous and you're ruining it. And I just need us to do better. Okay. The steps still count. Hashtag the steps still count. This one, I'm sorry, I really did have to take a sigh because this one is so disrespectful that I really have to sit back and think about all the unwell people that do this often. If you fart in a small space, first of all, how dare you? How dare you? You really couldn't wait to go to the bathroom to be by yourself. You had to fart in a small enclosed space. We are now all fighting for the same clean air as the particles get swarmed into all the airspace because you decided to fart in the elevator. Are you serious? There's no escape. We can't leave. That deserves jail time. Jail time, jail time. And then when you get out of jail, probation. Because why on earth are you doing that? Farting in small spaces. Farting in small spaces. And then people have those silent but deadly farts. So now we don't even have warning. We don't even have warning about the fart. Now we just have to smell the fart as it just wafts up into the air. And it's just like, it's so rude. It's so rude. It's so rude. And it's just like, and then everyone's laughing, like, hey, I farted. And it's just like, there's nothing you can do. There's no escape. Depending on what that person ate, that fart can like literally take you out. Life in prison. Like, I don't know. Talking to people with headphones in to say nonsense is something that I believe should be illegal. Now, I'm all for helping people. If someone like taps me and they need help with directions or anything, like anything useful or helpful, or they're helping me out or whatever, I'm so grateful for that. But you know those type of people that like will tap you and then you take your earphone out or your headphones out and they're like, beautiful day, ain't it? Like, like, hello, seriously, read the room. You didn't see the headphone in my, like, that irritates me. It irks me. Or somebody that like taps me and is like, you're gorgeous. But like, it's this old man, like, sir, I had this in for a reason, okay? I'm trying to avoid what's happening right now. I was trying to avoid all of that, and yet here we are. I just believe that should be illegal. Leave the people alone. Unless you need help or you're being helpful, just leave us alone. I mean, what other way could we show you we want to be left alone? We have the headphones in. Like, what else do you want from me? Like, I've done the work. You're ignoring the work. Like, I've done it. I don't know. Something else I believe should be illegal is when people are loudly talking on the phone, but they want you to hear what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're talking for everyone around to hear. And like, nobody really cares. Really? Tommy scored the winning shot at the football game? Like, nobody cares. Tommy's in the 4th grade and it's not that serious and you're talking in a loud, but it's always at like places that are so quiet. They're quiet spaces. Why am I at the nail salon and you're getting your toes done and you're screaming into your phone? Like, no self-awareness for everybody around that's just quietly like trying to have a little moment. It's always in these small spaces. Like, go somewhere else. Like, wait to have the conversation at another time. Nobody cares about what you have going on. Okay. Nobody cares. Okay. That Rachel has the solo at the spring musicale. Like, let us just like exist in peace. I just feel like there's a level of self-awareness that's lacking. And for that alone, it should be illegal. I'm sorry. If you can't read the room, then you can figure it out in prison. I'm just saying. Last but not least, something I believe should be illegal is skipping the line. A long line. And someone just walks in and just plops himself in there. I'm sorry. You didn't see us all here? You didn't see us all in this line? We've been waiting in this line for 45 minutes. Now you want to walk, you and your 2 friends into the... Oh, I didn't know the queen showed up. I didn't know. Like, hello? That to me is like, and again, situations like context is important, but like, I'm so sorry. Like, when people just skip the line and have no regard, because here's the thing, there are situations where you can skip the line and it like kind of makes sense. But like normally, like if it was me, I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like like, you know what I mean? Like I would, but there's people that just skip the line and then look at you like you're crazy. Like, have you ever had someone look at you like you're crazy and you like, they're the crazy one and you're just staring at them like, oh, like, okay. I feel like when things happen to me a lot of the time, like things like this, I look around like I'm on like a show or something, like The Office. I just like look around for the camera because you don't see us all here. Like, we don't exist to you. Like, I don't know. And to me, it is just so bizarre, but people do this. Like, people live their life this way and I just don't understand it. But you know what? Teach their own. I just feel like that deserves jail time. I don't know. These are the things that I believe should be illegal. Honestly, I could have come up with like a million more things, but I thought this was a good starting list. Let me know if any things you feel like should be illegal, because it was kind of fun. And there's so many things I didn't even touch on that could be illegal. I don't know how it'd work. I don't know who would regulate all these things, but you know, one can dream. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I wish you guys the best week. If someone does any of these things to you, tap them, let them know that it's illegal. And if they say who made it illegal, you can let them know I did. That's all you need to say, and they will act accordingly. Be sure to follow me on socials at Real Talk with Menashe, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that jazz. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.